These are the individuals who understand that success is not a competition, that purpose is not defined by society, and that peace cannot be found in possessions. Sigma males, or more broadly, Sigma thinkers, see the invisible systems that shape people's lives, and they choose to step outside them. They know that freedom doesn't come from breaking rules, but from understanding which ones are worth following and which are worth leaving behind. The first lie they see through is the idea that success equals wealth and status. We're taught to believe that our worth is measured by the car we drive, the house we own, or the title on our business card. But true success, the kind that brings peace, is deeply personal. For some, it's mastering a skill. For others, it's living with integrity or having the freedom to wake up each day with purpose. Sigma minds reject the illusion that money or prestige can fill the emptiness within. They chase growth, not glamour, meaning, not materialism. The second lie is that you must follow a traditional life path, go to school, get a job, get married, buy a home, and have kids. But Sigma minds see that life is not a conveyor belt. It's an open field. They design their own rhythm, even if it means walking alone. Whether they travel the world, build unconventional careers, or live minimalist lives, their choices reflect freedom, not fear of judgment. They know that the greatest risk in life is not failure, but never daring to define it for yourself. The third lie says that more is always better. We live in a culture that glorifies excess: more money, more likes, more possessions, more achievements. But in chasing more, people often lose the joy of enough. Sigma minds embrace the power of simplicity. They value depth over quantity, presence over possession. Instead of running endlessly toward the next goal, they slow down, breathe, and focus on what truly adds value. They know that a clear mind and a peaceful soul are richer than any luxury. The fourth lie claims that conformity leads to acceptance. Many people suppress their uniqueness to fit in, believing that belonging requires sameness. Sigma minds think differently. They understand that authenticity is magnetic, that standing apart often attracts the right kind of people. Their strength lies in self-acceptance, not approval. They realize that living for the crowd's applause will make you forget your own voice, and so they walk their path with quiet confidence, unbothered by trends or opinions. The fifth lie is that failure must be avoided at all costs. Society fears failure, treating it like a stain on one's reputation. But Sigma minds see failure as a teacher, a mirror reflecting what needs to change. They fail, learn, adjust, and rise again. Every setback is a step forward because it teaches resilience and self-trust. They know that the only true failure is refusing to try, and that the pain of regret will always outweigh the pain of effort. The sixth lie says popular opinion is always right. But popularity and truth rarely walk hand in hand. The crowd often follows the loudest voice, not the wisest one. Sigma minds question everything from media narratives to social expectations. They prefer thinking over following. They analyze, reflect, and stand firm in their beliefs even when it means standing alone. Their independence of thought shields them from manipulation, allowing them to make decisions based on logic, not pressure. The seventh lie tells us our worth is determined by others, that we must earn validation to feel complete. But Sigma minds understand that self-worth is an inside job. It's built on character, not compliments. They do not chase likes, attention, or approval because they already know who they are. Their self-respect is untouchable, not because they think they're perfect, but because they've made peace with being imperfect yet authentic. The eighth lie insists that being busy means being productive. In a world that glorifies hustle culture, people confuse movement with progress. Sigma minds know the difference. They choose efficiency over chaos, balance over burnout. They value stillness as much as action because they understand that clarity often comes in moments of silence. While others rush through life ticking boxes, they move with purpose, doing less, but achieving more. For them, productivity is not about doing everything, it's about doing the right things. The ninth lie promises that happiness comes from external sources, from success, possessions, or relationships. But Sigma minds know that external joy fades quickly. True happiness grows from within, rooted in gratitude, discipline, and peace of mind. They don't chase pleasure, they cultivate contentment. They practice mindfulness, self-awareness, and detachment from things they can't control. This gives them a calm, grounded energy, the kind that doesn't depend on anyone or anything else. And the 10th lie claims that you must always be connected, always online, always available. But Sigma minds cherish solitude. They understand that constant connection often leads to distraction, anxiety, and comparison. They unplug not because they hate people, but because they love peace. In silence, they recharge. In solitude, they find clarity. They draw strength from being alone, turning that time into reflection, creativity, and renewal. To them, disconnection from noise is connection to self. When you add it all up, the Sigma mindset isn't about superiority, it's about sovereignty. It's about reclaiming control over your own mind, your own time, and your own values. Sigma thinkers walk a quieter path, one that often goes unnoticed, but it's a path of depth, self-awareness, and quiet power. They move differently, think differently, and live differently because they refuse to be defined by a world that profits from conformity. So if you've ever felt out of place, if you've ever questioned the system, if you've ever wondered why chasing what everyone else chases feels empty, maybe it's because you were never meant to follow the crowd. Maybe you were meant to carve your own road. Remember, strength isn't about being louder than others, it's about being sure of yourself even in silence. The world doesn't need more followers, it needs more thinkers. More individuals who live intentionally, not automatically. So take a step back. Breathe. Look at your life, your habits, your desires, and ask, are they truly mine, or were they given to me by someone else? Because once you see through the lies, you begin to live with truth. And truth is what sets you free. This is your reminder. You don't have to fit in to matter. You don't have to be understood to have purpose. You just have to be real honest with yourself, aligned with your values, and unafraid to walk alone if that's what authenticity requires. Because that's where true freedom begins. Now go build a life that's yours. Not the one you were told to live, but the one you were born to create.